how are you, Ryan?
I'm doing not great. How are you, Jason?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
I'm not sick. Yeah. I'm so sorry you're still sick, dude. That's awful.
It's fine. Am I going to die? Probably. Is it today?
We all will.
No. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
we all will
exactly.
eventually.
It could be tomorrow. It could be 80 years from now. I'm not in charge. I don't know.
Well, I have some good news for you.
Yes.
I mean, it's good for me, good for the world.
If it's good for you, it's
definitely
good for
the
me.
world. So, the first episode of this podcast, like 4 weeks ago, I ranted about this video essay I wanted to make, I think, probably. And then last time we recorded, I didn't talk about it at all because I hadn't worked on it for several weeks.
Right.
And I've made a ton of progress in the last couple of days, so it's going good.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
So what's the prospects looking like?
It's still going to take freaking ages. So I'm I'm summarizing in detail and analyzing, just giving my thoughts on a visual novel. It's called Psycholonials by the guy who made Homestuck.
Yeah.
The visual novel is broken into 9 chapters, and I've written my first draft, which, like, honestly, I probably won't change very much because I'm lazy.
Yeah. Valid.
I've written an intro, and I've done the first 2 chapters, and then the other day I played through the 3rd and 4th chapters, so I didn't even do those script. Basically, it's very slow going. Well, not it's very slow going. It's just I haven't been working on it very much, but like,
and it's just a ton of work to do.
It is a lot of work. It's fun though, and I'm really excited to get out of this phase because I think that the script writing is probably my least favorite part of this. But I mean, I can't know for sure because I've never gotten to the other parts of it, which are recording and editing. But I'm way more excited to do those than to keep working on this freaking script.
But the thing is, you could potentially hate those way more than writing a script.
Yeah, and if that happens, then I'll force myself to do those, and then I'll be like, man, I'm so excited to work on a script again, and then I don't know, I'll be set for my next video essay, you know?
Eventually you'll enjoy writing a script because you hate recording so much.
No, I'm really excited to do the editing, honestly, because like I really love video editing. Video editing is just it's a big fun time, and I think there is the funny thing that I do when I make videos. Where I speak with the experience of last summer I worked as a video editor for BYU's electrical engineering department. I made a couple like outreach videos and stuff for them. Yeah. And that was super fun, and the editing was fun and stuff, but I've noticed this thing in myself where like my editing is way cleaner in the first half of the video than in the second half because I just like lose steam.
Yeah.
I just don't care as much. So maybe what I'll do is like I'll start at the beginning and I'll edit the intro and I'll make it lots of really flashy and lots of things on the screen and lots of stuff and and then maybe I'll do the last like chapter and the end of it, and then I'll do the middle so that the beginning and end are like well edited and the middle is just like bare minimum. Who knows?
Honestly, that's smart. Because like that's how like my school semesters end up being. Is like everything at the beginning is like, yeah, it's awesome, doing super good work, and then by the end it's like not super great. So maybe what I should do is just do the beginning and then like do the end and then do the middle afterwards.
Yeah, you should just be like, you start the semester and you're like, whoo, new semester. It's a new semester. This is gonna be different than last semester, is what we tell ourselves literally every time.
That's what we say every semester, and every semester is the exact same.
We're always like, okay, this time I'm gonna set good study habits. I'm gonna take good notes. I'm gonna like find a study group. I'm gonna jump on this stuff early. And of course, it's not just downhill. It's like it's practically vertical how quick it falls off. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
But you should just go to your professor and be like, hey, that first midterm sure was a doozy. Can I take the final now? I'll do the other midterms later.
I just want to make sure that I do my best work here.
Before I start giving out.
Yeah.
What? It's over content I haven't covered yet? Well, that's fine.
That's fine. I can study for it because it's the beginning of the semester.
I have the will to study still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but
Uh,
that's fun. And another thing is that I might my older brother is a bit of
older than
a
you?
hobby. Yeah, he's a bit of a hobby writer, and he
Yeah.
writes things. He's like he's been working on a novel for a long time, and
Oh, heck yeah.
I
Mad
was talking
respect.
I was talking to him about it the other day,
Yeah.
and he offered to like maybe help me with editing my
Yeah.
script. So I'll probably take him up on that because nothing helps a creative project actually get done like delegation and working with other people. Like
Oh, yeah.
if there's a phase, I'm a firm believer of if there's a phase, if there's a step of the process that you are not a fan of, then find someone else to do it for you. You know,
Yeah.
and so I don't know how that's gonna go though because my script writing is just like really messy and like pretty stream of consciousness. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what if he can turn it into anything good. It might be less he's editing it and more he's rewriting it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, I would really appreciate that. Like I think it might be really good for me. So
Oh, yeah.
but I have to finish writing this script. I told you
Right.
how I've only written the intro in the first two chapters, like summarized and analyzed as a little bit.
Right.
This Google Doc is 12 pages long.
Let's go.
So it might be I don't know what like a page to video time will convert to, but I mean I'm writing in like single space 11 point font, so it might
I
be like 5 minutes. It might be like a 2 hour video. I don't know.
Or it could be a minute per page, and you write like a 200-page script, and it just ends up being like a 12-minute video.
The funny thing is like oh my gosh, I saw this video the other day. Where like I'm definitely I'm writing this essay. I'm writing this video essay script, and I'm
Yeah.
intending to make this video essay
Yeah.
for. You know, of course, I'm making it for myself, and like it's I'm making it like the kind of content I enjoy. You know, I'm making
Right.
it. I enjoy silly over the like long form video essays. I'm definitely the target audience for those, and so it's certainly my goal to do something like that. Like to make something a freaking hour long. Like that sounds great. And the
Right.
funny thing is it's like I was totally exposed the other day because
Uh-huh.
I saw this YouTube video or I was like going through my watch later and it was like it's like an hour long video and the thumbnail is just this like woman on camera and the title was like this video is only 9 minutes long and I'm like what the frick what is this and so
Yeah.
but it's an hour long video essay about something weird, and it was a video of her talking about like how content creators like give up artistic vision for the algorithm and how like you have to make your videos a certain way to for them to be popular and for them to be successful and appeal.
Yeah.
And so it literally was her talking for 9 minutes, and then it was like 50 minutes of like she left the camera on, and like left the room, and so it was just a footage of her room for like
Yeah.
50 minutes, and the point that she was making, I heard like she was being like, okay, yeah, like this will do better if it's longer, kind
Right.
of thing.
Right.
And like it all like tied into her thesis and her point. But it was like I felt like freaking sniped because I was like, oh wow, yeah. If this had been 9 minutes long, I would not have clicked on it. Like,
Yeah. Which I mean, like is fair because I mean that's just what you enjoy, right?
yeah,
And so it's like if you make things that you think are cool and great, you have to live with the fact that there could be a significant portion of the population who just does not like it, right?
it's true. But
Like that's probably always
like
going to be the case.
I'm aiming I'm aiming for that, 1 hour, 2 hour. I can't
Yeah.
do my mic. 1 hour, 2 hour video essay about something you've never heard of that you just listened to.
But
Like
that's
that's
what
another
you
thing.
enjoy.
Is like I'm never like if I ever make visual jokes, I need them to have auditory elements because I think that editing is really important, but I
Right.
also I just listen to essays like this. You know, I don't always watch them, kind of thing.
Right.
So it's it's just interesting to. It makes sense, of course. Like, of course, you'll make stuff based like what you consume and according to your own tastes. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in response to that 9 minute long video, it's just like if you don't want to make stuff that's an hour long, like just don't. Like nobody's forcing you to bend to the algorithm, right?
yeah, because it's true. Because it's like, okay, yeah, maybe that video almost certainly did better than it would have, you know. But
Right.
it's true that, like, I guess that's the difference. That's why I would never want that. I would never want it to be a career, because that's
Right.
where it's more important, and like it's your livelihood. You know, you're selling out because you want to eat. You know,
Right.
you have to surrender something to make it a career. But if you're just a little hobby boy who's gonna make like one video essay a year, then yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah. No, honestly, like just a college student hanging out.
Yeah,
I don't care if this goes anywhere. Even if it does,
yeah.
I'm probably not going to do anything with it, right? At least that's kind of my view with these things. It's like I want to a stable career, and if this takes off, it'll probably be nothing more than a hobby, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And if people want to watch it, great. If they don't, oh well. I'll just have to deal.
I'll just have to tell all of them, like, hey, subscribe so that you can be notified when I finally post my 12-hour Homestuck video essay in 5 years.
Right. Well, because it's like I feel like that happens all the time with creators that I enjoy, where it's like takes them years and years to, okay, not years and years, that's an exaggeration, but it takes them a really long time to put things on. It's like I'm still gonna watch it when it comes out because I enjoy their specific style of content, right? Like I don't want to see what everybody else is doing. I want to see specifically what they're doing. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
I don't mind the wait personally, because there's so much out there at this point.
You have plenty of stuff to entertain you until then.
Exactly, and if it's like there's plenty of garbage out there to consume. And yes, that is to say that everything on YouTube is garbage, and you should feel bad if you've made anything. That was a joke, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
The best lies have an element of truth in them, or whatever.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of garbage on YouTube, but there's also some very good stuff. Like there are some gems of channels out there. One that comes to mind: Dreading Crime and Psychology. Very good video essays about certain crime cases and all that stuff. Very much enjoy them. I don't know what other gems are there. Team 10, gotta love it.
Who?
Team 10.
Team 10?
Yeah, Jake Paul's thing. Why are you laughing?
Anonymous does beautiful source filmmaker animations and only publishes them like once a
Yes,
year.
I freaking love Anonymous.
Yo,
so
you want to talk about YouTube content and long waits? Boy, was it a week for indie animation this last week. So,
I saw something about this like cat animation.
Yeah, Lackadaisy, the Lackadaisy pilot.
I meant to check it out, but I kept forgetting.
So, so Lackadaisy, I don't know like freaking anything about Lackadaisy. I'd definitely I'd seen these like teasers before, and I was like, wow, I don't know what this is. This looks really cool. And I've definitely heard of the webcomic before.
Yeah.
But then when the pilot came out this week, I watched it and I was like, goodness gracious, this is one of the most beautifully animated things I've ever seen. And then of course you get to the credits. You get to the credits and it has like 100 people's names on it, and it's like, wow, this took literally years. And it's. I think I did a little bit of research, and the Lackadaisy webcomic has been going for ages. It's something like 10 years, I think. Yeah. Though, funnily enough, there's literally, as far as I can tell, when I went to the website, because I was like, hey, I'll read Lackadaisy. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
There's literally like 150 pages, and that's it. And
Really?
like, they're drop dead gorgeous. Like, I'm sure it takes ages because like
Yeah.
it's one of the it's one of the highest quality things I've ever seen.
Right.
Webcomics. But it's like, wow, I don't know. That's impressive that this thing got such a following and an animated pilot. If it's literally like 150 pages, like there's not much story here.
Right.
But they actually kickstarted it, and like they got a Kickstarter for the pilot, and it did super well, and it's really great, and it's a success story. And I'm pretty sure it started during like COVID, so it's not even it took them like 3 years or something to make this pilot.
Yeah.
It's freaking dope. You should watch it. It's really good.
Heck yeah.
And there's always the thing when you're watching independent animation where you're like, okay, cool. How long until I hear Sungwon Cho's voice, Pro ZD?
Yeah.
Like, how long until I hear Pro ZD? And
Yeah.
he's in it. I was like, oh, maybe he won't be. Oh no, there he is. There, he's that cat. Okay. He's got such
I'm
a
ashamed to
distinctive
say
voice.
I'm not quite sure who that is.
Oh, you don't know Pro ZD?
Uh,
I'm 100% positive you've seen his videos. He does he does like just comedic vines and stuff, and he was literally the one. Pro ZD was the one to start the trend of like one person sketches,
oh yeah.
where like just quick just like selfie camera quick cuts, like, which is there's a freaking renaissance of those in the last year or two.
Oh
They're
yeah.
freaking everywhere now, and
Yeah.
I am confident that he started that. Like he was the first one. He did it for years. Anyway, you should just go binge some Pro ZD, dude. They're all like 15 seconds, and it's freaking hilarious. Anyway,
Heck yeah.
he's a voice actor.
Yeah.
Is definitely more well known for all these vines and stuff that he did.
Yeah.
And the videos he still makes. But yeah, if you watch like the upper echelons of indie animation, he's in freaking everything.
So he's a bigwig.
He's ubiquitous. In as far as indie voiceover, I mean, like he does a lot of stuff. He does like
Yeah.
mainstream stuff too, but
Yeah.
he's in like every indie animation project ever.
Heck yeah. Mad
It's really
respect.
funny. Yeah. And so Lackadaisy is cool. Lackadaisy is also cool just because it's such a unique story and like setting. Like I don't know much about the
Right.
story because all I've done is read. I watched the pilot and I read like the first 5 pages of the comic. At first the whole comic is presented like entirely in sepia, which is like it's cool, but it does kind of make it hard to like parse visually sometimes. So I was like, okay, cool. I need to like reread the pages I read. Anyway, it's set during the Prohibition. It takes place in Missouri in like 1927, and
Okay.
at like the height of Prohibition, and it's about
Yeah.
like liquor smugglers, and
That are cats.
also everyone is an anthropomorphic cat, which is great. But it's
a
just
furry breed.
like it's just so cool. It's like
Yeah.
it makes me want to learn more. It makes me want to read like historical fiction from the 20s because
Yeah.
it's just a cool time period.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like even just from like the thumbnail I saw for the pilot.
Yeah.
Looking at that, I was like, dang, this is immediately I'm intrigued because I'm looking at the suits, I'm looking at the fedoras, the
looking at the
freaking
Tommy gun.
Tommy gun. I'm like, dang, this is a Prohibition era gangster flick
Yeah.
with cats,
Yeah.
and it looks
And-
freaking awesome.
Everything's like it's like
Like,
the
the
beginnings
animation
of
looked amazing.
cars, and there's like ever used trains and boats to get around. It's just such a cool era.
Yeah.
It's really neat. Yeah, I was like, dang, I feel like making Prohibition era content now. This is so cool.
Yeah, no, it's a super fascinating era. It's the
Yeah.
kind of the height of organized gangster crime in America.
Uh-huh. And
I-
another thing
yeah.
what were you gonna say?
I was just because I could totally be wrong about that because I am not a historian. But in my mind, that's the height of organized gangster crime in America.
You would know better than I would. Another thing that's funny about it is it's like, oh yeah, Roaring Twenties, all this decadence, all this like,
Yeah,
just pre-depression, all all those like really distinctive like fashion styles and stuff that you imagine when you picture the 20s, and
Yeah.
like freaking jazz and all this stuff. And then I looked it up and it's like Prohibition was from 1920 to 1933, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh dang, like it was just the whole 20s, like all of it.
Oh yeah.
Like wow. That I don't think I totally associated the 20s with Prohibition. That's just it's interesting. It makes sense that there would be that much new money and crime and all that stuff, you know? It's just really interesting. All the speakeasy era. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird because it's like the Roaring Twenties, where actually, everywhere was a dry county essentially, which is it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. The other thing that literally the same week, literally like 2 days before that came out, is A Fox in Space episode 2.
Yeah.
Do you know A Fox in Space?
I remember you were telling me about it last time, and I saw.
Oh, maybe it came out last week. Oh no, I think it was like scheduled.
Yeah.
It was scheduled to premiere last week, like last time we talked, so it hadn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out, and it was on like A Fox in Space is like the opposite end of the spectrum, I feel like, when it comes to indie animation, because even if when you look at the credits, it's still got like a sizable like number of like accreditations for for even like the animation and the art and all this stuff. Like it's not just one guy, but it definitely feels more like a labor of love by like one guy.
Yeah.
And it's freaking it's wild. It's also like it's very slow. It's like a drama, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a character drama, and it's super slow and pretty dry. And I watched through the whole thing and I was like, "Oh, that's it?" Like, "Oh, okay." I mean, that 6 years, like it's good. It's cool. It's amazing that you did this, but it's also like it's not a standalone pilot, you know? It definitely feels like it's one piece in a bigger story, and it's like, goodness gracious, dude, this took you 6 years to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just interesting. And,
yeah,
and
no,
another thing
that's what people do.
It's another thing that's kind of sad about A Fox in Space is it's gotten way less of a response than Lackadaisy has. Lackadaisy hit like 3 million views already.
Dang,
and The Fox in Space episode 2 is at like 300,000. But it's cool because it's very much emulating like an 80s Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely like more adult though, because it's got like swears and stuff. But
yeah,
it really nails that. Like it looks, it sounds like an old cartoon, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like all of the voice acting, all of the sound is like, I don't know if you'd call it like low quality or muffled or staticky, but it just feels like old. It's really
like
cool.
Lo-fi,
actually. Almost, yeah. It feels like an old piece of media. It's really fascinating.
Heck yeah,
it's cool.
No, yeah, I love stuff like that. Like the animations and the way they did Cuphead, freaking blows my mind. I love that art style so much, and I love that there's a whole game made with that art style. I mad respect to people who do that, because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and effort and love to make something like that good.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that Cuphead got like an actually syndicated like a TV show.
Did it really?
Yeah, it has like 3 seasons. It's crazy.
No way. I had no idea.
The Cuphead show, and I haven't watched it, but it doesn't. When you watch it, it definitely feels like, you know, a modern post-Flash animation. It doesn't feel like everything is hand drawn.
Yeah.
But it still definitely is like, of course, taking inspiration from like those old cartoons, and it's just really cool to just see the animation and be like, okay,
from
this is
like Pac-Man eyes and everything.
Yeah, and like the tube arms and just like the kind of like physical comedy and stuff. It's just really cool. It's super cool.
Yeah, no, I love stuff like that. When I was a kid, my grandpa would show us old cartoons all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them. There was this one by Squirrel Nut Zippers,
Okay.
There's this music video of the ghost of Stephen Rogers in the Hotel Paradise. It's this drug trip of a cartoon where they're singing about the ghost of Stephen Rogers in the Hotel Paradise, and this guy is like turned into like a bottle of whiskey and a ship with cannonades and going down slides and all sorts of crazy stuff. I've probably watched that like 100 times total. You should check it out.
And it's some old like 20s cartoon.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like from the 30s or 40s maybe.
yeah, yeah. Steven
It's
Rogers Paradise something. What?
Squirrel Nut Zippers. That's the band
Squirrel
name.
Nut Zippers.
Squirrel Nut Zippers.
So it's a music video. I see.
Yeah. The ghost of Stephen Rogers in the Hotel Paradise. A chill ran down my spine as he looked into my eyes.
Oh,
Yeah. You might have seen
that's
like
super
clips from
cool.
it, I don't know, but
it's like evoking Betty Boop. That's super cool.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, I really like old things. Old papery things. Not papery people, but like books and things.
Yo, freaking hand drawn animation is unreal. It's so cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it so much.
It's amazing what they
That's
did.
why I was really sad when Flipnote wasn't a thing on the 3DS.
Flipnote Hatena. Hatena is crazy. It's insane the community and culture that Hatena bred.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I remember there were animations on there that my siblings and I would watch just all the time because they were so good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, yeah, I don't know. I was sad because it was like this little like modern way to do frame by frame,
Do you know,
kind of hand drawn animations, and I don't know. I liked it.
do you know the animator? I don't know how much you go around freaking indie animation on YouTube, but there's an animator called KK Flipnote.
Yes, I freaking love KK Flipnote. I watch his mouse video so often with the Wario Land music behind it. I watch it all the time.
Like, KK Flipnote is the only person I've ever seen in my whole life who, in the year of our Lord 2023, is still using freaking Flipnote. Like, it's incredible.
And he's a legend for it. I love his
so
videos
good.
so much.
He's so
They
good
make me
at
so
it.
happy.
Yeah, and they're just it's freaking ugh.
It's just the mice going dun, 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 as their bodies will just kind of like move around. It's awesome.
Yo, we're on the topic of indie animation. Here's something I
Yeah.
stumbled upon that came, and I just sent it to you. Something that just showed up in my like recommended one day.
Yeah.
It's called "Don't Thug Me, I'm Scared."
I think I might have seen this, but I don't remember it at all.
It's an MF Doom song. It's like a video to an MF Doom song.
Yeah.
And it's literally just it's the "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" characters going around and like murdering. First, they murder all the freaking teachers from "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared," and then they
Yeah.
go and they kill the Sesame Street puppets, and then they kill the Muppets, and it's like freaking ridiculous, and it's the most intense. It's very like it feels like a freaking like 90s anime. It feels like, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop. I don't know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but it's so cool. It's just such a unique thing, and it's really cool, and you should go watch it. Everyone, whoever's listening to this, go watch "Don't Thug Me, I'm Scared."
Yeah.
It's so good. And
That's-
also, like, freaking MF Doom. MF Doom's got bars, dude. Ooh.
Yeah. They got bars for days or something. I don't know. I don't even know who MF Doom is.
They've got several bars. He's a rapper.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm uncultured.
Oh, I didn't know who MF Doom was until, like, last year. One of my coworkers was would like wear an MF Doom hoodie all the time, and I'm like, "Who's
Yeah.
that?" And he's like, "It's this dude. Go listen to his music." And like, I'm not. It's a very distinctive style of like hip hop or rap,
Yeah.
and I'm not the biggest fan. like I don't really enjoy listening to it, but like good like lyrically, holy smokes, like MF Doom stuff is amazing. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
heck
so
yeah.
cool. It's definitely like 90s mid 2000s style hip hop that I'm like not at all into, but
Yeah.
it's the freaking bars, dude. Like his rhymes and his lyrics are incredible.
Kind of like a so wait so when you say like hip hop, is this like with like the record scratches and everything?
Yes, this is straight up like it's like okay, we're gonna sample a loop from we're gonna sample a loop from some like song
Yeah.
from the 80s or 70s, and it's going to be a 4 bar loop for the whole song, and you're
Yeah.
just going to rap on it, and you're going to rap very like off time, very loosely. You know, it's very like in every I don't know what the best way to say this is, but like in every sense of the word, it's a very like African American music. You know, it's very like
Yeah.
hood. It's very hood. You know? I don't know what the right way to say that is. Like you
Yeah.
like it's that kind of hip hop, and it's definitely not my cup of tea. I'm very into all the rappers I like are very white.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're a horrible racist.
Because I am very white, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
It's different musical language, but the man's
Yeah.
poetry is incredible. It's super cool.
Yeah, no, I respect people who can do that sort of thing because I very much can't because I'm really bad at making up lyrics.
Same.
You are not. That's false. I've listened to your music.
Oh, that's flattering, but
And also true.
thank you.
I genuinely enjoy your lyrics.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You owe me for that.
You'll receive a check on your desk at the end of the week.
Thank you. Thank you. Get my
I pay Ryan per episode he appears on.
true dues. I don't know. What else do we talk about on this podcast?
Man, I just want to go watch Lackadaisy again. It's so good.
Do it. You won't.
I mean, not right now.
Bet. What are the odds?
1 and 0. We're recording a podcast. I'm not gonna watch Lackadaisy.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was literally gonna say 4.
Dude, now you have to. You're legally obligated now.
What have you been up to this last week? Anything you've consumed of interest? Anything you've done that we could talk about? Anything?
Not really. I've just been sick. Like, just
Yeah.
trying not to die. I hate being sick so much.
Yeah.
It is my of all the things, it's my least favorite. Well,
Being
okay, that's not true.
Of
It's
all the
among them.
things.
It's among my
Almost.
least favorites.
Being old. What am I saying? Being old.
What? You're like 22.
That's not even what I was trying to say. Being sick when you're old, like being sick in college, isn't fun. You know, because like when you're sick in elementary school, it's the best day of your life. Don't have to do anything. Middle school, it's probably the same. You know, but like
Yeah.
college waits for no man. If you're sick, you're just boned.
No, yeah, college is cheeks. It's like I don't know. It's like if I like had an actual job, and I'd be like, all right, cool. I can get some paid time off or whatever.
I can use my time off and stuff.
But here it's like if I get sick, it's like, oh well, I hope I can work while I'm sick, or I'm not eating this month.
Yeah. And also, you're gonna fail your midterm because you didn't prepare for it.
And also that,
you
so
weren't
maybe I'm not eating
lecturing.
ever. there's that small detail. Yeah, anyways, college really sucks sometimes.
Mm.
But it's fine. It's cool. It's all good. I genuinely, I'm very grateful for the education that, like, the opportunity I have. It's just a lot sometimes.
Of course.
Anyways, I need to go to bed because
you feel like death?
Yes, I have so much homework to do tomorrow.
That's how this podcast works. We stop recording once it's Ryan's bedtime.
Honestly, yeah, I am an old man and go to bed.
Ryan and Jason talk about things except when we don't end the video until one of us goes to bed.
And that's usually at like 9 because that's when I go to bed.
Oh, good, dude. That was a good time.
This was a good time.
Another episode in the can, you know?
Yeah, in the can. Or is that trash can, toilet can? What kind of can are we talking about?
I don't know why I said can. That does make it sound like I was saying trash can. Nah, another episode to send along to the Library of Congress.
Do you think they're actually
a historical record?
Are they really?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get the email?
No. Wait, is President Obama listening to this?
Yeah. I think I heard that him and Biden and Trump listen to it while they play Minecraft. You know?
Dude, no freaking way. I love that those three have started playing video games together. No cap.
Yeah.
Their dynamic is honestly super funny. I love it.
I also think that it's really what our nation needs right now. You know, like healing divides. You know, bipartisan. You know, across the aisle Minecraft.
Dude, honestly.
Gosh, that was a bad joke. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording now too. So long, my fellow Americans. Thank you for listening. And if you're not an American, well,
wow,
so long.
Really, thank you for listening. What are you doing here? Who are you?
And what's your name and home address?
Tell us in the comments where you're listening from, but only if it's not in the United States.
And if it is the United States?
Lie.
Yes. So we can claim to have a 100% foreign listenership. Oh shoot, I just revealed that we both live in the United States. Should I be
We're going to get DDoS. We're not DDoS, we're going to get doxxed. That's not what DDoSing is.
Well, both could happen.
Man, you know what I've been doing a lot the last couple days? This is prime content. This is, you know, how we talk about like animation, and video games, and YouTube content. You know how we talk about all this stuff? I've been playing chess. You ever heard of it? It's just,
I have heard of it. It's been a while since they released an update, though, so I kind of lost interest.
Yeah. I'm so freaking bad at chess, dude. But
I'm also really bad. That makes three of us.
I just got chess.com on my phone, and I've been playing chess. That's the last thing I had to say. Okay, thanks. Have a good day, everybody.
Anyways, bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
I'll tell you what ELO I am next week. Bye.
Bye. Wait, how do I stop recording?